Hey, what's up with it, Hood News Peeps? How are you guys doing? It's been a crazy news day today, hasn't it? I'm here with my friend, Chi Nguyen, and we're going to talk about some amazing things. He's a Houston attorney, and we are going to get into a lot of different topics right now with him, introducing one of our newest sponsors to the Hood News, Chi Nguyen. Hey, how are you doing, friend?
Good.
Good. Tell us about, like, we're sitting in a new building right now, and you've got like a lot of endeavors going on. Like, I'm catching you at a crossroads,
Yeah.
like, where you're going into a whole other industry aside from being a Houston-based attorney, and you're a coup too, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Tell us a little bit about yourself for those that don't know who Chi is.
I am a born Houston native. My parents came here during the Vietnam War. We're first generation Vietnamese. I'm one of 7 kids. All 7 of us are products of public school, HISD. The majority of us went to U of H. I'm one of 7. The first 6 of us are boys, and then number 7 is at my little sister.
Wow, little sister.
She's currently in her first year of college right now at U of H.
All right.
I have a 7-year-old son. I have a baby mama.
All right.
And yeah.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about your Houston roots. Okay, so you went to law school here out of Houston, and how was that growing up and being here, Houstonian? What do you take from Houston as a Houstonian?
I mean, just as a Houstonian, I just know from my experience that and the reason why my family and I love Houston so much is because it welcomed us, whether it knew it or not, with open arms.
Yeah.
And I think most immigrant families can see that and experience that because when I was younger, I didn't see the benefit of these different pockets of where these different communities would stay. Mm-hmm. I always looked at it, why isn't everybody integrated? But then when I got older, I kind of realized that's kind of helps people slowly integrate with that. And so the fact, I know people talk about diversity being such a great strength and everything. I don't want to be so cliche, but in my experience, it really was what made Houston home for me and my family, because again, my parents came here with nothing. Right. And they were able to raise 7 kids.
Amazing. Somebody just asked, what side of town, what hood do you claim?
Southeast Houston.
Southeast in the house.
I was born and raised right off Telephone Road.
Really? I did not know
and
that.
I have a tattoo right here, right on my wrist, right on my watch.
Look, friends. Oh, my goodness.
Telephone Road.
Hey.
So
that's awesome. Telephone Road.
Born and raised around a lot of Hispanics.
All right. Okay. What school did you go to?
I went to Cornelius Elementary School, and then Hartman Middle School, then DeBakey High School, which is like a high school for health professionals. A bunch of nerds went there.
Awesome.
And then,
somebody asked right now. Now we got some of the peeps are interviewing. They're like, we've got Leah. She says, what branch of law are you most interested in it, and what are you practicing now?
I'm only interested in personal injury law.
Right.
And that's what I currently practice.
Okay.
And the main reason for that is I've never been the type of person that I don't like to have to ask somebody for money first in order to help them.
Yeah.
And in personal injury law, majority of our cases we do a contingency fee, meaning you don't have to pay anything out of pocket. We can go ahead, represent you, and get you going.
That's amazing. Yeah, I like that. So law isn't just the only thing that you're finding yourself practicing now. We're in a new building, and let me talk to the people. So we're in Southeast Houston right now, and Chi has a new building. Can you tell us about this building and what your plans are for this venue?
Yes. So the building it was incredible how I was able to get it. Mm-hmm. It was owned by a gentleman named Russell. He owned a company named Millar Institute, and they made implants that goes into the brain. Mm-hmm. And he's from this neighborhood too. He actually lives behind this building, in the neighborhood behind the building. And so when I reached out to him to try to purchase the building, he gave me a pretty sweet deal on it, knowing that I'm part of the community. My plans are to stay within the community. So everything worked. Everything came together at one time, in a perfect time.
Yeah.
Divine time, really.
It is.
And so it's 3 acres with 30,000 square foot of office space. 3 buildings, 10,000 square foot each. Office space for days. I've been incredibly blessed, and all I want to do is as an entrepreneur, I know some of the most difficult things as an entrepreneur is isolation and loneliness and without support, because you feel like you do everything on your own. Nobody understands what you go through. But the truth is, no, every entrepreneur goes through the same things. And I've noticed for young lawyers, one of the hardest things to do, or reservations of going out on your own, starting up your own law firm right out of law school, is office space. And so I'm going to renovate all of this and create a co-working space that I'm actually going to give for free to many young lawyers, to many entrepreneurs. And I'm also going to create podcast studios and let influencers or content creators use it for free, because as entrepreneurship, content creation is one of the biggest fastest growing fields for entrepreneurship. And so that goes hand in hand with what my greater mission is just to be able to help others do with what I've been gifted and blessed with.
That's amazing. So you're willing to share this big space with people who have been in a situation that you found yourself upon, exiting law school, finding your path and helping. That's amazing. And also like studio space, that's so important these days. Communications is everything in this world. Social media is very powerful, and you're definitely a pioneer in the H-Town area for this, and we're congratulating you. And
the one thing that's annoying is that Houston's a juggernaut of a city.
Yeah.
There's the fourth largest city in the country. Yet we don't have any concentration of widely known content creators or things like that.
Yeah, there's like a blockage. I don't know what it is. Yeah.
Why not? Why can't Houston have that? Just Houston alone, the audience of Houston alone can support that. So imagine if we actually push content creation out of Houston and it goes throughout the country. We can. There's no reason we can't be successful. Why does it have to be in LA? Why does it have to be in Austin? Why do they have to be in the Northeast? Why can't it be Houston?
Right. Hey, somebody just asked how long till this building is ready, because people are ready. They're like, I see tags. I see people tagging local artists and people possibly. And
I love ideas too.
Yeah.
Any ideas as well?
Yeah.
Because
friends, this is a whole building. What was it like? What'd you say it was?
So this was it was a building that had engineered medical implants, medical device implants.
Wow.
For the brain.
And it's huge, you guys. I thought it was once a school or something because it has so many different rooms. And no, it's what he just said, like where they would make devices and stuff.
There was a room that was full of HEPA filters.
What?
And it was like it was called a clean room.
Wow.
And I was just joking with my staff. I was like, if it was during COVID, y'all motherfuckers are going to work. Yeah, Steph, you're actually safer here with all these filters.
Hey, that's crazy. Yeah, that's so cool. We'll tour it one day. It's a work in progress. I'm excited. I could breathe the new life. You could breathe it. Like you could breathe a little bit of the old life here, and you can definitely see and breathe like the new life incoming. So that's very exciting. We do have a Hood News Peep that just reached out. She says, I'm gonna just read it real quick. My daughter was intentionally hit by a car on the September 4th. Need your help too. So
let's talk. Let's talk afterwards.
Yeah, we'll definitely. I'll send her the phone number.
Okay.
And it's also noted in the post. So yeah,
awesome.
Just so you know, friend, we do acknowledge it and we do see you. So he'll be reaching out to you.
I'll be reaching out.
Yes. And then somebody says, how can you get in touch with him to talk to him about stuff? Okay, so you can call him at 713.
So that's just the office number right there. If we want to talk about, are we talking about case details or are we talking about the other stuff?
I'm not sure. Wyatt, just to explain a little further what you mean. What numbers how can they reach out to you? And let's talk about your Instagram or ways that they can reach out also on social media.
Okay, so I haven't really focused on social media at all. Okay. But I'm setting up my actual official Instagram handle. Okay. But my current one is just my personal one.
We'll add it.
We'll add it to it.
Okay.
And but no, this is kind of like my introduction more so to the social media game, because I think most people know or that are familiar with me know that the billboards was the main marketing thing that I did for our law firm. And you know, during that time, that was a pretty fun thing to do as well, just because I had spent so much time researching it and I was confident in what I was going to do. And when we laid it out and we executed it, it was nice to watch how after 2-3 years, everything worked and was received exactly how we wanted it to be received. And, you know, it brought me a lot of joy because, you know, I don't ever consider myself an artist, but I started feeling like an artist to it. I was like,
cool, and
I was like, I want people to, it needs to communicate what I wanted it to communicate. And what was fun was that, you know, not a lot of people have good impressions about billboard lawyers or anything like that. But we got so many calls that would come in, and the parents would say how much their kids love our billboards, or how it makes them smile every time they drive by it. And I've had one caller said his daughter wants to become a lawyer just because of our billboards.
Really? That's impactful. So, you never know what you're inspiring people.
Because I tell my staff, like, I want you guys to forward those messages to me, because that makes me feel good. That's what it's the little things. Once you have your basic needs taken care of, there's certain things that will get you find joy in life, and that's part of it right there.
So everybody's asking, where's this building? Where's this building? It's going to be in the southeast part of H-Town. He's going to keep it true.
I can give the address. 6001A Gulf Freeway.
Yeah, it's right off of Griggs, right?
Yeah, right over Griggs, right off the Walmart, right next to the Walmart, next to 45 off of
Wayside.
45 and Wayside.
Yes, right here, friends, right here, smack in the hood. And it's not even a far drive for me. It was like a 15-minute drive. So
and let me tell you this place right here. We have world-class golf course called Gus Wortham.
All right.
5 minutes from here.
Yes.
We have U of H.
Yeah.
U of H 5 minutes from here. We have Hobby Airport. I read the other week it was one of the best airports in the country.
Wow.
Very easy. I'll admit, it's very easy to go in and out of Hobby, so that's why I love it.
Yeah. Okay.
We have, what else? I think we got this really famous kolache shop down Telephone Road.
Really?
We got Tailwind Grill down on Telephone Road.
Yeah. See, you can tell he's Asian. You can tell.
But yeah, no.
Tell me about this AI venture that you're, now, navigating. So what can we expect from you in AI technology?
So what kind of shifted me from, a lot of the things that I was doing as a lawyer, a lot of what I was doing is more on the operational side, on the back end, and then obviously the marketing side. And I saw just how many inefficiencies that our firm was going through. And I'm not talking trash about our firm. That's what our firm experienced, the majority of other firms would experience. And those nightmares as the law firm operator and owner. And we just saw so many things where our staff was inundated with repetitive tasks that don't really create value for the clients, but it takes up so much of our time. And so you would see burnout from good employees because they just couldn't handle either the volume, or it was just it's just a repetition. It's mundane, and it eats at your soul.
Yes, it does. That's how my messenger feels like that too. Yeah, the Hood News messenger.
So with AI, that solves the problem. It removes all the repetitive, mundane work from your staff, so your staff can focus on the high value things that actually impact the case and actually improve customer service, like actually speaking to the client and fully explaining to the clients. And so that's what the gist of AI. Whenever I knew I had to get in on it, because I always told myself, if I was old enough and something similar to the .com boom ever happened, I am not missing it. Yeah. And I think the AI is 100, if not 1,000 times greater than the .com boom, because it has the potential to fundamentally change our entire society if we allow it for the good.
I thought I was talking to a secretary the other day, and it was all AI. She was nice. She stopped and paused. It was so human-like, and I thought they're like, oh, no, that's our AI. I said, I spoke to Patricia. And they're like, no, you spoke to our AI.
It's gonna get even better and better and better. Yeah. And it's a race right now where all these tech companies, they're just going at it. Yeah, they don't care, because they're just worried what the other guy's gonna do. Yeah. And so we got to do it. And ultimately everybody's focused on these LLMs, whose LLM is better. But for the most part, for the average person and the average businesses, those they don't need to focus on that.
Yeah. Oh, wow. So they're bringing that to Houston, bringing that to the table. All right, Hood News Peeps, if you're tuning in, we're live right now with Chi Nguyen. He's a Houston-based attorney, and we are in his new building. He's an innovator. He's bringing in AI, like, he's on that right now. And, he's here to break it down for the Hood News Peeps, his journey, his new AI company, tech company, and yeah, even some conspiracy theories. We'll get to that in a little bit, friend. So, the Hood News is all about community. What does community mean to you?
Man, community means actually caring about what goes on in your neighbor's life. That your neighbors matter. Yeah. It means actually talking to each other. It means looking out for each other. It means providing for each other. It means doing things that helping others while nobody's even looking, while nobody's watching.
Yeah.
Ultimately, it's helping set others up for what you've been blessed with, and make sure it goes on, and just leading with compassion, and always have the mindset of trying to serve.
I'm going to share a story real quick about Chi. Okay, so friends, Chi has been a day one peep. Like this sponsorship, I'm very excited because he is really truly a day one Hood News peep. He was a silent donator for the first ever toy drive we ever had. Do you remember that?
I do.
Yeah, he reached out to me, and I mean, they gave me, I think it was like $3,000, something like that, and they just didn't even want the shout out, friends. He just did it like he reached out, donated the money, and so many toys, put so many smiles on so many little kids, and I just remember, I was like, God, that guy's incredible. So when the opportunity came up, and I was like, you know what? Chi is amazing. And I said, yes. I wanted him so bad to be my sponsor. And here we are. We finally met, but he's been a peep since day one. I don't even know when you started following, but I know it was
very early on.
Yes,
very early on when I told you that, man, you're going to be able to monetize this thing, and you got to do it right, though.
Yeah,
you got to be very careful and do it the right way.
Yes.
And
so
lo and behold, look at you now.
Yeah, we got some exciting updates for everybody in the near future with the Hood News, but it's also exciting to see you too, take off. You've had some hurdles, here you are, and now you're like leading an industry that's still relatively new. Like you're pioneering something, especially in Southeast Houston of all places. You're bringing something to the table that is new, and you're offering space for others to come and innovate, and also share that platform for them to have the tools to carry on and be able to succeed. So I think that's a great community service also. Yeah,
I just want everybody, it's just entrepreneurs, they need to be together. Entrepreneurs feed off of one another, and you learn very quickly there's a lot of people that say that they're going to do the job, do the work, but unfortunately, from experiences, oftentimes a lot of people, you can tell them everything, you give them the secret sauce, the formula, but execution never, almost fails always at the execution part, because a lot of people don't. A lot of people genuinely just don't give it their all.
Yeah, for sure.
Unfortunately.
So what drives you to keep serving people, not just through the law, the law that you practice, but also through technology?
I mean, serving people just fundamentally it is how I choose to live my life, because that's where I get my greatest joy out of. Because as you serve people, when you serve people, you're able to show love by action, not with words.
Yes.
And that is what my style of communicating is. I'd rather just show it. For
sure. Who's been one of your greatest influences?
My mom.
Awesome. Can you tell me a little bit about her?
My mom, so growing up, we lived on top of a convenience store right off Telephone Road. She was there, worked 12-hour days. There's days, and I get my entrepreneurial spirit from her. And me and my brothers, we'd work in the convenience store while my dad, he worked for the insurance company. You know, there's days I didn't know this, and most people don't understand this about entrepreneurs. Like you can work a whole day, you work 12 hours a day, all to lose $300
Wow.
because you got your overhead and everything. You didn't make enough money for the day.
Yes.
And so I've saw the struggles my mom went through, the crying, the stress, and so I mean that. Sorry, I forgot the question.
That's the motivator. Yeah, that was the inspiration.
That's what really would push me. And you know, I always wanted to take care of my mom, and I think that's every son wants to do that.
Oh, for sure, man. Congrats. Yeah, and I know you're taking care of her now, so that's amazing.
she's happy.
Oh, that's what's up, friend. Congrats. So somebody just asked a question. Well, Monica, she says, "Yay, this is so cool. I hope I can utilize AI to help me save money launching my product." And then
absolutely,
Gucci Viet says, "It's Attorney Chi." Yes, yes, you're famous. What is the best way? Somebody else, Carmen, she says, "What's the best way that AI can be used by the average Joe, quote unquote, in everyday life?"
So people have to understand, like, this is what everybody needs to understand. The way you shop, the way you search, ultimately will now be done in the very near future by AI agents. Everybody's going to have their own personal assistant that, for example, right now, Google tries to make their user experience geared towards humans. When humans search Google, it's what makes it easier for humans.
Right.
Google's going to change it now, where they're
Wow.
going to try to start, how can we make our content be more accessible to the AI agents that people command to go find them products?
Yes.
So that's how everything is going to shift towards. Everything will be geared towards how would an AI agent find my products as a business owner. And so for the everyday person, you just have to, AI is not going to make you smarter. It's going to make you, it's a mirror of yourself. If you're a dumb person that doesn't know how to use AI, your AI is just as dumb as you are.
Yes.
But if you're a very smart person, intuitive person, then you know how to work the AI, and it'll multiply your abilities.
Wow.
But
Okay.
the best way that everybody can use it is just practice every little task with it. Ask it questions. How can you help me do this? How can you help me do this? Just have a conversation with it, really.
I used AI the other day because, like, I wanted to make food, but I didn't want to leave the house. And I said, "Hey, I've got this, and this. Make me a dish." And it made me, like, it was good. I was like, wow,
it's
okay.
crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy. But
amazing.
but again, you have to understand. Don't make that the response as if it's gospel.
Yeah.
Nothing in life you should ever treat it like that.
Nope. Yeah.
So that's the pitfalls that people often fall into, and I mean that's just human nature.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Let me see. What's one thing about you that people might be surprised to learn? Because you're already famous. Like, a lot of people recognize you, obviously. But what's one thing that, like, about you that people wouldn't even know? I was shocked about the conspiracy
I'm a
stuff.
conspiracy theorist. I'm a huge conspiracy theorist.
All right, that's the one thing.
People think I'm crazy.
Wow, no, not necessarily. We were talking earlier before we did the live, and you know, there's what's one that you are, like, really sold on, like a conspiracy, sharing just maybe something.
Man, so this is the one I'm very passionate about because it affects children, and I know I'm going to get a lot of slack for this, but I don't care, and because I'm just speaking from my personal experience, is that certain childhood vaccines should not be given to children. You know, I went down this rabbit hole just because whenever I had my son 7 years ago, when his mom had our son 7 years ago, you know, there's a lot of people talking about what's called like anti-vaxxers. Everybody labels them crazy or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I just wanted to give benefit of the doubt. Let me do a little research, because I saw there's countless times the same patterns of the same symptoms, the same changes in the parents' behaviors. That I was like, you know what, there's something there. So let me spend some time to research a little bit. And I researched it, and there's some validity towards it. And then when you start following the money, that's what normally, as you know, any good plaintiff's lawyer should always follow the money. And I always argue any good plaintiff's lawyer should, to a certain extent, should be a conspiracy theorist.
There's a lot of people in the thread that agree with you. I totally agree.
And so, but I don't want to go too deep into
Right,
it, but
right.
one of the biggest ones was when my son was born, 20 minutes out of the womb, the nurse is trying to give him a shot. And I said, well, what are you doing? She says, I'm trying to give him a hepatitis B shot. I said, I didn't know my son was about to have sex with anybody. That can wait.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be right now.
Right.
And I'll never forget the look that I got from the nurse. It's like a look of disgust, like I'm stupid. And I'm just like, why do they need it right now?
So little, yeah.
Why do they need it now? Then do research into what the hepatitis B
drug
shot.
use, no needles, none of that.
Research what the hepatitis B shot was originally created for. Then we'll talk.
Yeah.
But it's like whenever you do research when you're buying a house, you're a smart shopper.
Oh yeah.
Whenever you do research about the things that you're about to put in your child, vaccines, you're a fucking anti-vax or a conspiracy theorist. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
And that's the most upsetting part. And it's okay. Fundamentally, science says always ask questions. And right now, science is saying ask questions, except when it comes to what we say.
Yeah. Big pharma. Yeah. Let me see what else we got. I got Hood News Peeps. Yeah, we could talk about that all day long. So you built a very respected legal career. So what inspired you to break into the tech world and start an AI company? And what's the name of the company?
It's called Omnis AI.
Okay.
Omnis AI. What inspired me was that I can see what I see for the future of humanity. That we're at a junction in life where we actually, as a society, have to all start having a discussion on. Wait, we all don't have to work anymore like we were told. There is a possibility that we don't all have to work to live. There's a possibility. Why do we have to fight for jobs that are obsolete versus just rethink of how we move towards in society?
Right.
We can focus more on arts. We can focus more on nature. We can focus more on things that make us human versus being employees or being worker bees. AI I think is the greatest gift to humanity, because as entrepreneur you can open up shop and like you're a 20-man team with just 20 AI agents doing everything for you at a fraction of the cost. Everybody can be an entrepreneur. Everybody can be a small business owner. So your destiny is going to be in your hands, and it's incredibly affordable.
Right.
So that's what really excites me about AI.
That's so cool.
It's the greatest equalizer we've seen so far.
So break it down for us in simple words. What does your AI company do?
That's hard because
like
there's no legal tech company that's done anything similar to what my plans are.
Okay.
And it's essentially I'm attacking all verticals of the whole legal industry. Everything that affects a personal injury law firm, whatever all the tools that law firms use.
Wow.
So all integrated with one platform.
Cool.
Unified with AI being native, meaning we didn't bring AI as an add-on. No, we built it with AI from the start. Every single workflow has AI and automation plugged into it. So it completely removes all the repetitive tasks that most of our staff work. And so because my target audience is to law firm owners,
okay,
the better way to say it is that it makes your C+, B- level employee just as good as your A employee, and they're also able to handle 3 to 4 times as much of the caseload without sacrificing any customer service issues.
And what makes your approach to AI different from the big tech companies that we know of out there?
Because they're focused on LLMs. That's, if you really look at it, these LLMs, OpenAI, Gemini, Anthropic, or whatever these other guys are, they're all battling this thing that is of no real concern to me. Because ultimately what you have to, when you do it for a business has to, we're still very far from having AI fully comprehend what a human action would do. And I don't think we should really get there yet. AI isn't about replacing people's jobs yet. It's about being the co-pilot, being a person that's helped them do their job better.
Right.
And so I don't subscribe to the belief that it's to replace somebody. What you have to do is break it down these processes to microprocesses, and within each microprocess comes a lot of experience from the person that created it that is industry specific. So everybody who does it must be industry specific. You can't create something that is outside the niche, because you still need the experience in creating these things.
Got it. All right. So let me see. In a world full of fake news and rumors, how can people tell the difference between real information and a wild conspiracy talk?
Man, that's a good question. I still struggle with that.
Really? Okay.
I still struggle with that, but just always keep a running clock on what information that you gather, and make sure if it aligns with some of it, you can put that in the more more reliable source. But if it completely contradicts a whole bunch of other things that you already feel like is your foundation of beliefs, I would question it a little more.
Okay.
But always be curious. There's nothing wrong with just reading more information.
Somebody just asked what about like let me see, if you could bust one big conspiracy myth about AI, what would it be?
That AI is gonna robots are gonna take us over.
Yeah, I saw one on
stupid.
TikTok where they're talking about it's connected to Satan. Like they asked a certain word. Look at his face, man. Oh my god! Look, he had this.
That's just come on. Like,
yeah.
Think about it. Ultimately, the most dangerous thing to humanity is humans.
Oh, say it again, friend.
Oh my God! It's the human behind the AI that's going to command the AI to do this.
Yeah.
Don't ever believe the AI is going to do something outside
That's
what
right.
the powers that be tell them to do. Because understand, the AI that we have is most likely 1/1000th of the abilities and capabilities of what the powers that be got. Under conspiracy, there's a group of people that actually run the entire world.
Yes. All right. So, yeah, friends, I saw somebody asked, how to get in touch with him. I'm including a phone number in there, and any kind of messages you have, just reach out to that phone number that's provided below. And for those now tuning in and you have no clue what's going on, somebody say, "Oh, he's so handsome. I see you, girl." We're live right now with Chi Nguyen. He's a Houston-born attorney, and he's an AI innovator. We've been hearing him, breaking it down for us for the Hood News Peeps, his journey, his new AI company, and even the conspiracies, because he's a self-proclaimed conspiracy theorist.
Tinfoil hat wearing.
Yeah.
Proudly.
Yes. Somebody said, "Do you believe in aliens?"
Fuck yeah.
Oh, right.
Believe, I know.
Yes. Have you had any paranormal experiences here in Houston? You got any scary stories?
Unfortunately, no.
Okay.
Unfortunately, actually, I have one where my mom experienced it.
Really?
It's not aliens, but it's ghosts.
Okay, go for it.
It was when
Here on the southeast?
Yeah, it was when during the time where my parents, we lived on top of the convenience store.
Okay.
She was closing up the store, and usually you had to fill up the cooler and everything, the coolers with all the products and everything. And all of a sudden, she's down there by herself. All of a sudden, all the cooler doors swing open, and there's nobody here. Everything swings open. She runs upstairs and closes the door, doesn't go back down. Wakes up the next morning, goes downstairs, and one of the customers that are frequent customers, she was a prostitute. She came in and she's like, "Did you hear about the so-and-so? He died last night." And my mom's like, "No." It turned out that he was a homeless guy that would always frequent our convenience store. He would always go to the cooler, get his MD 2020 or Old English 40. And he had died around the time that my mom saw the cooler swing around 12 a.m. And so that's like the only paranormal activity I really had experience with, which is wild.
Yeah, that's some craziness. That's kooky. That's like, woo.
Yeah,
that's crazy. That's scary.
It's interesting.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
It says it there's something else for sure.
Yeah,
there's
for
something
sure.
else for sure.
I feel like sometimes people see ghosts and they think it's I think it's like time, not time travel. I think it's like
Interdimensional?
Yeah, dimensions just crossed. Like somebody was walking across the room, she might have been crying, like that powerful moment stayed. And then what somebody perceives as a crying woman ghost.
Yeah.
I believe in that. Like deja vu is a real feeling.
There's so much else there other than what can be detected with our five senses. Because just imagine if our smell senses, we didn't have smell, but we know smell is all around. But if we didn't have our noses, we would say it doesn't exist. So it's just learning to be more in tune to certain other aspects of reality.
Exactly. All right. So yes, friends. He's a personal injury attorney, and that's what the only thing he specializes in, that he cares to specialize in. And what was the reason for that again? That you specialize in personal injury?
Well, one of the main things is I never like to ask somebody for money.
Okay.
For me to help them.
Yeah.
And a lot of other attorneys in the legal industry, generally you have to have you have to pay a retainer fee, and that was hard. That's hard for me to do. And so with us, we do contingency fee. We represent you from the start without having to pay anything out of pocket.
All right. And for those that hopped on late, we're sitting here in what is Chi's newest venture. He's got this brand new building, and he's renovating it. Like, when do you think it'll be ready?
I think if we get things moving fast, I think we can get it running. Hopefully within 6 months.
Okay.
And shout out to Memorial Herman. My brother told me that Memorial Herman's given us a bunch of office equipment so that we can kind of put into the co-working space that we're going to provide for these entrepreneurs.
Yeah. Somebody says, "Are y'all hiring?"
It depends. It depends.
He's got a team. He's got a team right now. So
it depends.
Yeah. And somebody asked, "Is this going to be free for the people that are interested in using the space provided?" Is there going to be
not everybody, everybody cannot get access to it.
Yeah.
My requirement's going to be, I haven't have it all outlined, but
okay.
There's going to be minimum requirements. You got to show me a business plan. You got to don't just chat GPT that shit, because I'm going to question you.
He's going to know.
And,
he's going to know.
Everything that I provide, it takes energy from me, and I don't want it to go to somebody that's not willing to put in the work. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. That's just how it's going to have to be.
Yeah.
So you have to be very intentional. You have to be very forward and very, very ready.
Yeah.
To go.
Ready to go.
And the thing is, work ethic is the most important thing. You don't have to be smart.
Yeah.
If you have work ethic, you will go far in life.
Yeah. Trust me, that is so true. Very true. Is there anything that you want to tell or express to peeps before we end the live? It's been so amazing.
Yeah.
We got a lot of audience right now, and they're just absorbing in the information, and it's inspiring. You're very inspiring.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I want to leave everybody with, I think everybody can agree, we're in weird times right now, very weird times. Don't focus on the negative. Don't focus on the hate. Understand that all the media that you can consume, that helps mold your reality. And so if you constantly see and constantly feed into the negativity, that's all you're going to receive in life. You're going to see negativity all life. But versus if you choose to look at things from another perspective and look at the joy, look at the things that you're happy for, look at the things that you're grateful for,
that's right.
Things will turn around very quickly for you.
Yeah.
And we want Houston think about this. During all the pandemic shit, a lot of the major metro cities, they went to shit. But Houston stayed relatively calm, normal.
Yeah.
And that's shout out to HPD, shout out to the law enforcement, shout out to Houston residents, because we got guns.
Yeah.
It can only go so crazy.
Yeah.
But I think Houston kind of was sheltered from the big impacts, the big harms from
That's
that.
very true. We kind of stick together. I mean, there's chaos over here. Don't get it wrong.
But compared to the other metros, no, we were pretty.
I've got friends in California, news reporters that leave from here and go to California. Shout out to my friend Matthew Seedorf. And out there, he did a report. People just leave their cars and their car doors open, the windows unrolled, rolled down, just everything empty, so thieves can see that there's nothing in there. And that is wild. I would have never ever thought in my lifetime that people would leave their vehicles unlocked so that the windows don't get busted.
It's honestly embarrassing, because when you go to other countries, when traveling is the best cure for ignorance. And when you travel and you see other parts of the world, you'll truly understand how far behind the U.S. is, unfortunately. And then we have to start holding people accountable for that.
Yeah.
And stop looking at each other. We're not to blame. It's not
Yeah.
our neighbors that are to blame.
Right.
You know, when you actually talk to each other in person, you kind of realize, you know, we can get along, really.
Yes.
It's just when people beef online.
I hate that so much. Like I deal with a lot of that, and I'm sure you have to too. And it's just crazy. Like, you know, that when you actually meet people in person, like the perspective or whatever anger there might have been, it's not even there.
It's not even there.
Yeah, it's a virtual reality.
People get brave behind
Yeah,
the computer, you know?
maybe, yes.
People get brave. And I used to be one of those people, my brothers or my girlfriend used to make fun of me because I was one of those, I would get in Facebook arguments.
Oh,
and
yeah.
they would make fun of me over there. I was like, I couldn't let it go, and it would make me
yes.
so angry.
No.
And so I was like, why am I putting myself in such a negative
Yeah.
space with something that doesn't even matter?
People send me stuff all day long too about myself or things, you know, when somebody's not happy with me or whatever, and I'm like, man, I'm just too busy for this, man. Like eventually, like those kind of people do promote, and eventually, like you just get so busy you don't have time for them.
It starts water off the duck's back.
Yeah,
Whatever.
it.
It comes with it. It comes with it.
Well, we're definitely rooting
But
for you, friend. We're so
thank
proud of
you.
you.
Thank you. I
There's
look
gonna be
forward to it.
Yeah, I can't wait for us to be able to do a little tour.
Yeah.
And it's already like this building's coming to life. And I'll just show see this is like so far like one of the rooms, but there's so many rooms. How many rooms do you think this building has?
Each building probably has like 20, 30 offices, honestly.
Wow. Yeah.
So just think of 10,000 square foot buildings.
Okay.
You know, I'm going to build a childcare area for my staff.
Nice.
You know, because I mean, as a parent, you know, what better way to be able to go to work and have your child there with you.
Are y'all listening to this? Other people, other business owners, are y'all listening to this?
That's the thing. I want to encourage all business owners, man. We don't, instead of people looking towards the government, look to the people that make money off of this, off of the community.
Yeah.
Like, we make money off of the community, and there's a reason why I'm here in Southeast Houston. I don't want to go to anywhere else. I refuse to go anywhere else.
Yeah, you're true to your
The property I buy is all literally within blocks of where I grew up.
Awesome.
So I'm fully committed to this area, and I'm going to try to bring more business owners and entrepreneurs here because
so cool.
I got a bunch of rich friends, like rich friends.
Already.
Rich people.
Yeah.
And
well, we want you to have more money because you're a blessing. Like I really do want my friend Chi to have even more because like we need the right people to have the money too. Like the money in the wrong hands sometimes is really like dangerous, but when you got somebody that's powerful and has it, you know, and they have a kind heart, that's even better. We need more people like that. So yeah, shout out to you, friend, man. We're excited and we're rooting for you.
Thank you.
As you cross these new endeavors, but still, if you find yourself in an accident, our boy Chi, like he's got your back. What's that phone number they can call? It's the 713-747-7777 or 833 Chi wins. Yes, I love that wordplay.
Oh, I just thought of it. One thing that people are surprised about me. I'm big into astrology and numerology.
Really? What's your horoscope sign?
I'm Aquarius.
Oh, I love Aquariuses. They're cool. Yeah, I'm a Gemini. We're thrilled.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah, they gotta keep it spicy.
Kanye, you got that Kanye energy.
Yes. Woo. All right, friends. Well, stay tuned. More Hood News on the way. I've been talking to my friend Chi, and we've been, just chilling and, just get to know our new sponsor, and also just looking forward to all the awesome things he's going to bring to Southeast Houston. So, reporting live here from 45, close to Telephone Road, Griggs area. It's your girl, Grizzy. Back to you. Stay tuned. More Hood News on the way. Shout out to all our Aquariuses out there. Bye.